What I do to prepare for videos, in case you're wondering. Hey guys, I'm Allie and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing something that has been so highly requested lately. So I finally felt like I had read enough graphic novels to kind of do like a recommendations video for you guys. So today I thought I would tell you guys the current top 5 favorite graphic novel series. These are just some recommendations that I have. I haven't read a ton of graphic novels, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt. Is that good saying? I don't know. Probably if you are new to my channel, then this is all new. If you're not, you've heard these titles listed like 100 times, so I'm sorry. I might be a little repetitive. Before I get too into this, I don't really go for like the superhero graphic novels. I've been thinking about getting some, but they're just not something that overall really interests me. I think that there's just too much superhero stuff going on as it is. Like there's always movies and TV shows, and I feel like they're just coming out with new editions and I don't even know where to start, so like I'll worry about that some other time. So these are mostly non-superhero graphic novels. So let's get into my recommendations. Coming in at number 5, I am going with Pretty Deadly. This is more of a Western, which is interesting because I've never actually read a Western until I read this. This is a very strange world on top of that, and the artwork for this is really different. Like I've never seen anything quite like it, and I haven't seen anything quite like it since. Basically, it is this girl and she is telling the story about how like death took on like this daughter kind of deal, and the daughter goes and like basically kills people and gets like revenge for her father, but then this young girl has been predicted to like take Death's spot. It's just, I can't even describe it correctly. There's just a lot going on. Decent amount of plot twists in this as well, and overall I think it's just a beautiful story. It does jump around a little bit, so it can be a little hard to follow, but overall the story is so interesting and it's just so different. The second one I am going to talk about, I've only actually read one from this series, but I loved it so much. I already know I'm gonna love the rest of it, so I don't even care. But that is Rat Queens. It follows these 4 girls, and they all are known for like their different talents, but they basically fight off like these abnormal superhuman type things. They all have different powers, and like they're snarky and they're witty and they don't take no bullshit, and I love them so much. I even considered getting a Rat Queen tattoo. I'm not gonna lie. I just love them that much. No one really talks about this series. It's super underrated in my opinion. This is just, I mean, I just think it is so good. It has a great world, and I just think the characters are so strong, and they're each strong in their own ways, and it's just so great. So I am excited to continue on with this series later on. The next one I am going to talk about, I have also only read one in the series, but I do own 2 and 3, and that is Giant Days, and this is probably the only one I'm going to talk about that isn't like magical or sci-fi or anything like that. This just follows these 3 girls in college. It kind of deals with like their everyday things they come across. It deals with like talking to guys and relationships and like really coming to accept yourself. It does it in such a fun and just like sarcastic and witty and quirky type of way that I just loved it so much. And these characters are seriously amazing, and it's just so down to earth and realistic, and I just love this so much. The first one was probably one of the best things that I've read all year so far. And then at number 2, I have the like most popular graphic novel that is ever mentioned on BookTube. Like I feel like everyone talks about it, and that is Saga. And I feel like a lot of people talk about Saga, but they won't tell you what it's about, so I'm gonna tell you. This takes place in outer space, and it takes place in the future. There are all these different kinds of planets. Basically what is happening here is that these 2 characters, they're from different planets, and their planets are at war, and he becomes a prisoner, and they run off together and have this baby. Okay, but here's the thing, it's illegal for them to even be together, and therefore this child is being hunted down because it is illegal. And this follows some sort of like subplots, because it follows like several other characters, and they are all trying to hunt down these characters, and these characters are so badass. Like they don't care, they just love each other, so they're just like, we don't care if we break the law and we're running and we stole a bunch of stuff and, you know, whatever. We just love each other. So it's actually told from the point of view from the baby. So it's like, I'm gonna tell you about how I was born. First of all, it's so wonky. The first time I read it, I was like, what the actual fuck am I reading? You can't help but keep reading. It's just so good. And then coming in at number 1, this will come at no surprise to anyone, but I'm gonna say lumberjanes. This takes place at a girls' camp, and at this camp we have several different main characters that we follow. They kind of just have like this big awesome friendship, and they go on these crazy adventures. It seems like all this weird stuff is always happening to them. There's like the forest around them is like magical. There's these crazy creatures. There are like these dinosaurs. There's time travel. There's a woman that turns into a bear. They just are always finding themselves in like these crazy scenarios, and they each have a strength that like helps them get out of those situations. And I just love seeing them. I think that they are so cute and they are so funny, and on top of that it is super feminist. There is a lesbian couple, and I think in the most recent one that I read, the one character comes out as transgender. I may be wrong on that, but I'm almost certain. But I love this so much. It is so cute and it's so fun, and I hope that you guys have liked this video and that you have found some graphic novels that you can enjoy. You don't have to go out and buy these. If you are a little iffy on graphic novels and you're just starting out, check your local library and see if they have any or if they can order any in, because graphic novels I know are a little pricey. Hope you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.